Hello, I'm Lynn. Welcome to Midlife No Crisis, and I am so excited to share with you my first ever chicken coop. My cousin, great builder, excellent quality on everything. I watched lots of reels and picked out lots of features that I thought that I would want, and behind me here we have our first ever chicken coop and rabbitry. I guess some people refer to that as the rake-in house, rabbits and chickens. But I'm going to turn around here and give you a tour. Let's take a look at it. So here we are. It is a 10-foot by 20-foot gazebo structure, the outside, that I purchased from Lowe's for my cousin Logan to put together. And I like this one in particularly because the roof panels at the top had 50% shade, so I felt like this would be ideal for having shaded most of the time. You see a little sun coming in from the west here as the sun's going down this evening, and I'll talk about the other features as we go in and take a look. So in the coop end, we have all hardware cloth. We have a skirted Predator skirt at the bottom. And so we come in, you see the actual coop. His dad, Philip, was kind enough to equip me in birds right away. So we'll talk about that in a minute. And you see rabbits down there on the end. But from the inside here, you see our actual closed-in coop. We have an automatic door that is closed right now because it's not quite dark enough to open up. But there it is, and that will open shortly, and we'll take a look. We have the exterior nesting boxes. Already collected eggs today, but the top here has 3 nesting boxes. Got a manual piece of wood here on the end to hold the lid up so you can work inside without anything falling on you. Got a latch for the bottom row for a total of 6 nesting boxes. Not sure ultimately how many chickens I would want to have, but I thought I wanted 10, and Philip ended up bringing me 5 big ones already laying and 9 smaller ones of different variations. Okay, you see we keep the water and feed here outside of the coop in the run section, and they have access to the entire 10 by 20 for their run, with the exception of the interior evening coop that is 6 feet by 5 feet. Okay, I have a sliding door here to big people can go in and clean. Yeah, or birds can sneak in if I slide it open. And we come in, we've got the popular poop shelf here as an L. Got a ladder going up to it, although I notice they mostly fly up to it. And then we've got 4 roosting bars. And I believe if you estimate 1 foot per bird, we do have enough capacity for 20 birds. I did not imagine I would have that many, but they say chicken math is a real thing. If I move the little ladder out of the way, and again, they don't use it often, or I haven't noticed that yet, we have a brooder beneath here that I can open. You can see it has a small water and feeder I've not used yet because the small chickens I got were too big for it. Have a heat source and a plug should I need it. And over on this side, we've got another like isolation pin. Got a flower pot sitting in there right now because that's what we'll use to clean out the poop shelf every few days. And that is the inside of the coop. Now, I am in South Carolina and it's extremely hot here, so I wanted to ensure I had a lot of ventilation. So you'll notice that the section above the nesting boxes is hardware cloth and not solid. We have solid metal on the tops here and the bottom at this end, which is the north end. And there is a window that can be open, has hardware cloth for protection on the inside, but a window that could be all open if I needed a cross breeze, etc., to come through here in the summer. From the outside here, I'll show you the window. It pulls open this way and has just a wooden manual pull-out block on each side. Has hardware cloth again so that we could get a cross flow of air should we need it. And you'll notice that at the top there's a few inches hardware cloth protected, but a few inches around the outside. We've got this whole end here, hardware cloth, half metal, half hardware cloth. Back inside, this whole side, top to bottom, is hardware cloth. And then here, we also decided not to put a solid roof. We have a solid roof up here with the 50% shade, but inside the coop, we put the hardware cloth so that, again, this airflow could come in from the west, have a space here, and go out at the top for additional cooling down here should we need it. Everything buttoned up for the winter, but not so for this. I wanted a slider door here, and so Logan built that for me, and here you go. Now, I happen to have some extra rabbit cages. I've always liked to keep a couple of rabbits for their lovely fertilizer for my garden here. And I happen to have these cages, no rabbits yet, because I usually only have a couple of bunnies. My 3 primary cages are here. These on this side have access from the inside of the coop, the doors open in, but these open from the outside, and I'll take you around to show that. I also had him build these little slides here just to direct the poop and pee away from my wooden foundation down here. It is pressure treated, but nonetheless, I wanted to protect it as much as possible, and I guess we will periodically clean that out. But here is our future fertilizer getting started. I have learned that, for example, this all metal rake is too heavy for the sand. I opted to go with the sand base, which we have about a whole concrete block depth here, because it's to the top where the wood is. What is that, 8 inches? Our concrete block's about 8 inches tall. I'll have to look that up, I'm not sure. See, these guys are heading in for the evening already. I see the door, coop door, automatic door has opened, and they are making their way in. Some of them are already in there, getting on their roosts, making themselves at home. I'll check in with them again. The green that you see down here, I just throughout the day would throw in weeds. I purposefully have not been weeding at all because I wanted to prepare for them to have some green sources, and that seemed like the perfect excuse not to weed. Got a little bit of storage on the top of these cages. Kept it high enough off the ground here that the chickens wouldn't be bothered by anything, and low enough that I could reach in easily and reach to all corners of the cage, right? So that I would have easy access at my height for the bunnies. Let's go around to the outside and take a look at the other side of my 3 large bunny cages. We have a walkout basement on the back of our house, and so this is my upper patio. This is my basement patio, and I wanted to be able to walk out and check on my big bunnies easily without having to go in the coop. So I had them open on the outside. So here we have, well, let me unlock this. Here we have Dandelion. This sweet bunny, his name is Dandelion. My cousin Philip brought her to us. She is half silver fox. She had been a house bunny at one time, but has been outside since. Notice they have a shelf to get up off the wire, as well as a resting pad over there. And she has water, she has J feeder here, and she has a basket for fresh Timothy hay. Hi, Dandelion. Hi, Dandelion, you sweet baby. As she was somebody else's bunny first, she came to us already named, and we like that name. We'll keep it. She's a sweetheart. She sure is. She sure is. Very sweet. Now for the other big bunny, off this other end, the third cage, her name is Macy. Hi, Macy. I don't know what kind of bunny Macy is, but she's pretty sweet as well. And again, she was somebody else's bunny first, so we're going to keep her name and keep her comfy. She has a mat, a resting mat to get off the wire, although you see she's very comfortable laying on the wire here. And she has a shelf as well to get off the wire. She has water, she has a J feeder here, and she has a little hay basket. So I'm pleased with this setup. And in the middle here are the two bunnies that I purchased because I'm wanting to raise silver fox bunnies, I think. And there are two silver fox semi-babies. One was 5 weeks old and one is 6 weeks old. They're from two different litters. And I contacted a gentleman that's in the South Carolina Silver Fox group or something like that on Facebook. And they're a little bit more skittish. They're back in the corner where I can't quite reach them, and I'm not going to climb up in there while I'm trying to use the phone. But they too have water. They have a J feeder, happens to be on the inside because this cage was not already cut for it. And they have a basket of hay. So this is our initial setup. I'm very pleased. I absolutely love this. Makes me miss my dad because I know he would have loved this too. He raised bunnies for food. We raised meat bunnies when I was growing up. Have metal trash cans here with the rabbit feed, here with hay for them. Here is the other side of the coop. Hi, Dandelion. Hi, Dandelion. And you can see it is all hardware cloth as well, so we get good airflow. Bunnies are great with cold weather. They are not great with hot weather. So from everything I had watched and studied, it seemed that the north side of a building, in this case a house, would be great, would be best for the bunnies. So the coldest side of the house, they are very well protected here and will get good airflow. So keep a close eye on them. I think I did not point out that I have thermometers in several places so we can keep up with the temperature. Right here is currently almost 70 degrees Fahrenheit. So nice little evening here. All the chickens are going into their coop now on their own. Looks like I've got one young chicken. Oh, just walked in. So that is everybody has gone in for the night. I'm going to just take a peek because I understand that they will work out their own pecking order and that they will nest in roost, pardon me, in pecking order. So I do indeed see the big ones, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the top row there. Bless them. And then a couple of the smaller ones. Here comes another small one. The rest are, some of them are in the nesting boxes, jumping in and out and going in and out the door still. Okay, they're coming over to pick a spot for the evening. Very cool. I'm loving it. I'm so excited. There you go. Go on up. Perfect. Look at you. Good job. You may have noticed we also have a metal trash can inside the coop here with their feed, and then we just manually fill the top of. I didn't realize chicken feeders don't have tops on them. I see they have a handle where it could be hanging instead of sitting on the ground, but right now sitting on the ground seems to be fine. The sand, they seem to love the sand, And then weeds I pulled out of the yard, I'm just tossing in here right now. Please, if anybody has any advice for me, please go to the comments and advise away, because I am definitely new at this and know nothing except what I have watched on reels or pulled up to read. And there we have it. There's the view from the backyard. Got a lot of cleanup to do. Got quite a bit of stuff over here to clean up and get rid of. Pallets, got some more concrete here that we did not use. And we will get things cleaned up, but here we go. Bring on the help, advise me, but I am so excited. And just many, many thanks to my cousins, Logan, Young, Philip Young, and Nolan were the three primary people that worked on it, and they did have some other help at time from a friend, Justin, and from one of Logan's sons, Zion. So I am so appreciative, and they did such a fabulous job. Everything's top quality. Please contact him if you're interested. He has a Facebook group that is, what is it called? Let's see, Young Estate Services, Y-O-U-N-G, that's his last name. Young's Estate Services, LLC, I believe. All right. That's it. I am in love with the coop. I'm so happy to have bunnies and so happy to have chickens.